Agent Expansion Mastermind coming near you right here in our backyard, our hometown of Brooksville, Papa Joe's restaurant somewhere. Again, I've been eating since I was a tiny little boy, and I love the food. Come out and see us. You got some incredible speakers going to be here. We've got Stephen Wallace, Jason Catalanotto, and Rebecca and Josue Soto, authors. They're joining us here. Rebecca and Josue, how are you guys doing?
Hi. Thanks for having us on the show. How are you doing?
What's up, James?
Very good. Very good. What's going on, you guys? How's life?
We're doing good. It's been a really busy day back to back, and so we're excited to be here and share a little bit with you today.
Heck yeah. And you guys just got back from the RPAC, right? Is that where you guys went?
No, the Realtors.
Florida Realtors, yeah.
Florida Realtors.
Yep.
Awesome. So, hey guys, listen, tell them a little bit about yourselves. You guys are super accomplished. I put some of your accomplishments there in the description, but authors, team leaders, inspirational leaders, well awarded, coming up on 2 times in a row being icon agents. You know, what's a little bit about what led you guys to get to that spot?
Thank you. You know, having been about 15 years now in the industry, it's just really a journey of progression and growth, right? And so we've learned a few things, how to work together primarily. We work as a husband and wife team. And as we came into EXP, we have continued to grow that team. And so we really enjoy just kind of giving back and coaching and mentoring and helping others grow. So we're just teaching them what we've learned along the way.
Yeah, that's exactly, that's who we are. We just love to get back to our real estate community. Continue helping all our real estate agents, grow personally and their business. So that's our main focus.
Heck yeah. And I'm super excited for you guys to come out here. This is the first event that I've run and the first event that I know of locally that has been a mastermind like this. And so, the topic that we discussed is very similar to things that you guys have helped me with. And that's just the language of love, right? The language of accountability, the language of leadership. It's all the same thing. Maybe give people a little sneak peek about, how to lead.
Oh, sure. Well, and I think that's going to look different for a lot of people, right? There's so many different ways to lead. But one of the things that we found that works well with us is communicating well with each other, right? And I think that goes not just for a husband and wife team. If you're in a team in general, or just working with clients, you have to communicate well. It's so important. And then just, when you're going to come up with issues, and so compromising and things like that. So I think that one of the things that you have to look at is to be a good listener. You want to be a good listener, and you also want to just kind of be a problem solver, right? As you hear what the client is, what is important to them and what they're looking for, you're looking to find solutions for them. And so I think there's no script for that. I think if you just listen to people, you'll always do well. Because at the end of the day, most people feel like no one's listening to them.
Yeah, you're right. You also have to remember the collaboration part. You have to be able to collaborate with one another, collaborate with your realtors, collaborate with your partners, and just the community itself. That's another one you have to remember. Leadership, community comes into the leadership. You have to always get back to your community. So that's one of the prime examples Rebecca and I live by. Which is most important. One of the most important ones of us. It's always giving back. I think as a leader, you have to learn also how to take a step back, James. I think that's the hardest part as a leader, is that we all have to learn, is that it's okay to sit back and just listen and hear someone else. That's the sign of a true leader. John Maxwell states it all the time. He says, it wasn't until I took a step back and I listened to my employees and I listened to some of my other leaders, I was able to grow my organization.
That's so true. Mm-hmm.
That is really deep right there. Because as you're saying that, I'm looking inside of myself, right? Like, where are the ways I can even improve in that? And that's kind of a daily journey, right? We have a ton of incredibly powerful people around us, but it seems, well, the funny thing is, it's like counterintuitive. The more powerful the person is, the more coachable they are, the more vulnerable they are, the more, isn't that like, it seems like it would be the opposite, right? You think about the cocky jock in school, but it's kind of the opposite when it comes to the top level leaders.
And I think you could easily lose sight also, because sometimes you think you're doing well and you're on top of your game, right? And in the case of that particular story from John Maxwell, which I thought was interesting because he's so great, right? And he's written all these books and he's doing so well. And to think that his own employees were saying, "You're not listening."
His own
and
assistant.
He's like, "Wait, huh? What do you me?" I love when he tells that story.
Yeah.
And because it can happen to anybody, right? So you get to a certain point where you're like, I already know all that I need to know. I just need to get out there and work. And then you forget that you still have to listen, right? You still have to listen to the client. You still have to remain coachable. And so all those things I think are important in anything really. And so team building and leadership, and working with your buyers and your sellers.
Yeah, I love that you said that's another one that people tend to forget a lot too, James, is you got to be coachable no matter where you sit at. You know, you can be the CEO of a company and that CEO, I guarantee, is being coached by someone else. I mean, we hear it from our coach all the time. You know that. Sheplak
to the coaches.
Coach to the coaches. I mean, Sheplak has 5 coaches. You know, he coached with 5 different individuals, and I'm like, wow. You know, someone at his level still has 5 coaches. Now, some of us, you know, we have to look at the same thing. You know.
Yeah, that's amazing. And you know, the story that kind of punched me a little bit was recently when we got to see Tony Robbins, and he told the story about his son.
Yes. Oh,
what an interesting. I mean, that is just an amazing perspective to take in life, is, you know, is to look at it as if you were the other person from those shoes and you had this different set of drives, and what can I learn from that person all the time?
Mm-hmm.
It blew my mind when he said that.
You know what, James? I'm so glad you touched on that, man, because that was such an excellent point he touched on. How important it is. That's not what we want. It's just sometimes we have to hear what they want, we expect. And man, when he was able to break it down with his son, that was really, really moving, man. It really was. It really resonated as parents, as business partners. Like, man, you know what? We have to look at things in that perspective. So that was a good point. I love it when you just brought that up.
Well, some of the hardest people to reach are sometimes your own.
Yeah.
And they already know how you're going to respond. And so they cut you off very quickly. And so that's a whole different ballgame, though. But still, the one also truth there is, well, no, it's all true. But I mean, the thing that we all take away, the beggar takeaway there is that we just have to be listening, right? Listening and just conscious of what they want. What
Absolutely.
do they want, and help them achieve what they want.
Yeah, man, we have to be great listeners. I agree, Rebecca. You're right.
Hey guys, I'm super excited to have you guys there. I know you guys have a tremendously busy day, and I appreciate you guys making this work, giving everybody a little bit of an intro into who you guys are. And I'm really excited to see what you bring around to the people around here, because it's a different group, different speakers. You guys are super elevated authors and have accomplished so much. So I appreciate you guys taking the time to come down here.
No, well, we're excited. Rebecca and I are excited, man, to help the real estate community over by your area. We're looking forward to it. So thank you for the invite, man. We're looking forward to it, James.
Meet you all.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, you guys. Is there anything you want to leave them off on before we go?
You know what? Come ready to learn. Come with an open heart, an open mind. Take plenty of notes, because there's always so much that we can take away from listening to other people, their journeys and what they've learned along the way. And so I'm excited to share all I've got, and Josh as well. And I was listening to Jason Catalanotto, and I'm super pumped, you know. So
Absolutely.
We have a great group here, and so it's going to be a really great event. So I'm looking forward to it.
And I would say, you know, we all attend different events, you know, we all do, but there's always one thing that you always try to take away from something. So Rebecca and I are excited, man, to bring whatever we can, you know, to help your real estate community out, you know, always. So thank you so much once again, James.
Absolutely. No, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys being here. And for anybody that's interested in the event, wants to come, we are 80% sold out. I put the link there in the comments.
Oh,
it's something where, yeah, I'm really excited. Well, I mean, it's something where it's so uncommon here. So it's built some excitement, and we've got some really great agents that are coming out, just that they're interested in seeing and learning and well, I mean, honestly, usually that's the way it works. Is the first ones that reached out were the top producers in this area, because they know, like, this is, I mean, it's how we all learn, right? We come back from these events, we implement into our business, and we grow.
Absolutely, and I love that, James, because that's one thing we've seen so much in you, man. You're an implementer, man, and we highly respect you for that. You're doing an amazing job, man.
Oh, it's not always happy and go. There's definitely some stress inside of there, but I appreciate that, you guys, and I appreciate everything that you guys have done for me and my family, for sure.
Our pleasure, man.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.